Hi guys, so I'm on the Dune website. I'm looking at the crypto program USDT overview. So this is the analytics of the crypto program Ponzi scheme. And information is provided as usual by a guy called Risky Fish. You can look on his Twitter site. So he does a lot of he looks at a lot of he compiles a lot of the data and puts it on Dune. So anyone can view this. It doesn't cost anything, the link's up there. I'll add it to the this video. It's also got the Fiduciary Wallet. Okay. So you can see that it's got $2 million in assets. And for some reason, it's got Shiba Inu in it as well. I'm not sure why it's got 3 grand in there. I'm guessing someone tried to buy some packages with SHIB when I think they only take Tether. Okay. Not sure why it's got SHIB in there, but who cares? So I guess they've got some money in there to pay out for the programs. Okay. Now, one of the questions they ask is, and also other people ask, how can they keep this? How can they sustain this? How is it sustainable? How can they keep this going? If it was a Ponzi scheme, how do they maintain it? How can it go on for 215 days? That's quite long lived. Um, But the simple reason is there's more inflow than outflow, and that's all it is. And this graph basically shows this. So this orange line here is the amount of deposits, the total deposits, and this red line is the total withdrawals, and here this yellow line is the wallet balance. So as long as the wallet balance remains above zero, they'll always be able to pay people out. Okay. So as soon as it hits zero, obviously you won't be able to get paid. And that's when the Ponzi will collapse. So they want to try and keep this wallet balance above zero for as long as possible. And the payments have sort of you know, uh, close to zero sometimes. Well, when I say close to zero, 200,000. Here it got to can't see, 111,000. So they've got as low as that. Okay, so they've always had about $100,000 left in their account, and obviously they can work out how much they need in there to pay out. Okay, but you can see by this the orange line and the red line that the deposits are always above the withdrawals. Okay, so while that status quo remains in place, this Ponzi scheme, will be maintained. So that is basically the answers to some people's questions of how can this, surely paying 25% a month, how can they sustain that? Okay, it's unsustainable. Okay, well, the point is it is sustainable because there's more money coming in, and that's all it is. It's just simple maths. And you can see here they've had a really great day yesterday. They've had 640,000 people put money into the system. All right, so that's like the second best day. The best day here was 642,000. So they're still maintaining it. Okay, they're still getting big inflows of money. And while I've got people like Jonathan Sellers promoting it, he's openly admitted tonight that he's getting lots of people who click on his links and add to the program. So he's just done another one tonight where he's promoting it again and again, saying that he's not really promoting it. He really takes the biscuit. But anyway, I mean, this video that I'm making tonight just is not just about the crypto program. It's about Ponzi's in general and how they maintain. The simple matter is, it's simple maths. There's more going in than what's coming out, and there's always more coming in than what's going out until there isn't. Okay, and when that day happens, okay, they won't be able to pay out. People will start shouting, "Oh, I didn't get paid." Okay, and they'll probably come up with some excuses of why they didn't get paid. Okay, they're never going to say it's a Ponzi scheme outright. Okay, but it is. But eventually that day will come fairly soon, I'm sure, because you can see the dicing with death, and these figures are getting bigger. Okay, The more people are in this, then the more the amount of withdrawals are getting bigger. Okay, you see how steep this line is here. That is getting, that is a big steep line there. Okay, and eventually it'll go straight through the black line. Okay, so in other words, there'll be more payouts. Or what they'll do, actually, they'll just say, you know what, we couldn't pay 25% this month. That's another thing they can do, because they do say something about variable payouts on the site. Now, they will try to keep it at 25% all the time, but maybe next month or whenever if they have to pay out more and it'd take them over the zeros. In other words, if they can't pay out everybody, they'll just say, you know what, let's reduce it. Let's just pay out 15% or 20%. And they'll concoct a reason why they couldn't pay out. They'll just say something like, oh, we went on holiday that week, so we didn't get the 25%. Hope you don't mind. We've been paying out all this time. Give us a bit of free will, as it were. They'll concoct some story, or they just won't bother. They'll just say, screw it. Let's just end the program now. And, and people will lose out. But yeah, it is a Ponzi scheme, guys, in my opinion, and lots of other people's opinion as well. But here you can go to the June website and have a look. Look at the link to the wallet. So let me know what you think. It's a great site, this June. There's so much information on the site provided freely by people. I think these guys actually make money, basically. You can click on their link or something like that. I don't think he's advertising this, though. Sometimes they'll advertise the program. I don't think he's advertising this, because this guy, Risky Fish, he does a lot of stuff. And I don't actually see because I think normally he'd put his link to the crypto program or something like that up here to try to get some money. But clearly, he isn't advertising this package. Okay, so I guess it's because you have to have some skin in the game, or maybe he thinks it's a Ponzi and all he's doing is just supplying the data. And there's nothing wrong with him supplying the data and not making a bean out of it. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so it allows people to look at it and see that this can be maintained as a Ponzi scheme. All right, that's me out. I'm off to bed.